Being up in the mountains in the winter is an escape, a chance to relax and get some fresh air, a mental health day. Some like to push the envelope and their adrenaline. They look beyond the boundary ropes for untracked powder and adventure.
It's rolling with you! Avalanche!
Every year, more people are heading into the backcountry, and every year, more people are getting into trouble. The wild, untamed nature of the mountains that appeals to us can also turn on us, and a day of fun can become nasty, especially in the backcountry. If you get into trouble out here, you have to be found before you can be helped.
Okay, just gonna go back in stages. First stage and then down. Up rope. Okay, that's good. Okay, next move. Up rope.
Search and rescue in the mountains is dangerous. The terrain is rugged, the weather unpredictable, and avalanche hazard is always a threat. These people risk their lives for strangers. Often foolish strangers who go into the backcountry thinking that if they get lost, the rescue team will save them because it's their job. What many people don't realize is that for the most part, mountain search and rescue teams are made up of volunteers. This is their story. It's a story of unlikely heroes who save lives while risking their own. Pro Ski Patrol is responsible for safety and first aid within ski area boundaries. Many of the skills they use on the job are the same as those needed in search and rescue. At Whistler and Blackcomb Mountains in British Columbia, the Pro Patrol is one of the most experienced in North America. In the 70s, as more people began to explore the backcountry, the patrollers realized they needed a search and rescue team and set about organizing and training volunteers. The Pro Patrol is still the core of the local search and rescue organization, but when they go outside the area boundary, they go as volunteers. Like most jobs, much of their work is routine, but when they go up the mountain in the morning, they have to be ready for anything.
It's a labor of love, patrolling. Not every day is great, but every day is definitely different, and no 2 days are the same. You head out, when you get on the lift in the morning, you just don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen to you that day, and you just got to deal with them as they come.
Skiing and boarding is all about speed, and speed can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? Head injury? Okay, we got a head injury.
We've all seen this, cross skis and patrollers leaning over an injured skier or boarder. If you're lucky, you will never meet the ski patrol this way, on your back. First aid in the mountains is tricky. Patrollers are like paramedics on skis, working in an environment that can be extremely hostile. Depending on the injury, the patient may already be in shock. If it's cold, Hypothermia is another concern.
It's really important to try to make that person comfortable, and a big part of that is just your demeanor when you're dealing with them. If you're frantically running around and looking very scared, then that person's going to pick up on those vibes, and they're going to hate it as well. So, and that'll actually increase their discomfort and perhaps their shock level of their body will respond physiologically to in an adverse way to your uncalmness and lack of control. The odd time when you do get a really serious accident and the person is in a life-threatening situation, you're up with a lot of difficulties are placed towards you. You have to deal with this person who could be dying in a cold environment, and you have to rush them off to medical aid. So at that point, we just try to package them and get them off the hill as quick as possible.
How you doing, Hannah? Everything okay?
Once the patient is stabilized, the other unique aspect of mountain first aid comes into play: getting the patient off the mountain. For the person in the sled, this is a nice ride. They're on a groomed intermediate run. But imagine the steepest, scariest black diamond run on the mountain in a screaming blizzard, or being lowered off a cliff in the backcountry.
So this area is known as the Cake Hole. It's off the south side of the peak of Whistler Mountain, and it drops down towards the Cheakamus River's drainage. We get a lot of people during the course of a year who ski across their area boundary and go down and get some really good skiing for the first 100 feet. And most of these people know that there's no way of getting out from there without going for a big slog through the trees and then taking about a 10-kilometer logging road out to the highway. So they turn around and walk back up. The people who don't know that end up dropping in and keep on going. If they don't figure out that it's probably better to walk back up, they end up down in the valley, and we've had stories where people end up trying to cross the Cheakamus River to some sort of hopeful road on the other side, which just gets them wet, and they end up having real epics down there. The weather as it's going right now is really typical for this area. Being up in the mountains, it can be clear and for a few minutes, and then it could cloud in or clag in just as it has with this fog. And somebody could see some great snow down below the area boundary, decide to ski into it, and then end up down a few hundred feet, fogged in, totally disoriented, and not really knowing where they are. From that point, their epic can start, and they can end up going down to the river, or they can try hiking back up. But after they've lost their orientation, it's kind of difficult for them.
The weather had changed in minutes, from high overcast to foggy and almost zero visibility. In the mountains, this is known as a whiteout. The fog and the snow become one, and you can't read the terrain. It's like skiing blind. These are the conditions when people can get into trouble, especially if they don't know the area. One wrong step and you can easily find yourself at the bottom of a steep cliff or gully that you can't get out of.